What's up, Phoenix Federation? Phoenix Deity back again for another just channel update video. In all honesty, I really haven't posted in about probably a week, and I'm a day behind on the login. That I don't really care, but this is just kind of an update video. Um, Once again, sorry I've been MIA for the past week. I've had a lot on my mind about the world and what's happening and all that stuff, but Uh, I sat here and made a video about it, but I don't think I'm gonna post it just because. Um, uh, I don't know. I just had a lot on my mind, and I just couldn't. I wasn't in the. I don't know what to call it. I wasn't in. It's not like the mindset, but I kind of wasn't in the mood to record a video, mainly because what's going on in the world right now, and yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, I probably won't say anything about it overall. Like, I have my opinions on it, and it makes no sense to me, but it's whatever. So, this is just gonna be an update video talking about, I guess, the three things on our channel. So, Black Clover, JP, we got a revamp for the Tag Charlotte banner. Well, Tag Charlotte. Oh my God, why do I keep saying Tag Charlotte? Oh cool. Okay, but Charlotte got a 7-star. They brought back the last year's half anniversary. We pretty much have everything else. That's just the same. So let's take a look at Tag Charlotte and how good she might be. So 4,000 HP, 1,000 attack, 250 defense, 450 speed, 650 intelligence. God, is it just me or is her stats very underwhelming? Gee, like there's what, 6 stars? How much attack does Awakened Lift have? Like 920 or 960? That's really unimpressive. Her intelligence is up by a lot, so I guess the quote unquote bright side to that is that she'll be able to inflict more with I almost said paralysis with slip. But man, that her stats are kind of underwhelming. So let's see if anything changed here. Transcendent attack to enemies in range plus guaranteed slip and lower defense. Oh, my back. Lower, yeah. So, she keeps her attack to enemies within range plus, for a while, guaranteed slip and then lower defense. So, that's nice. Her AOM, which I haven't used her, so I'm really not sure what it really does. Well, actually, we know what it does because global. But debuff the enemy if there's 2 or more AOM participants, and then remove participants' debuffs. So that's really nice. Her first attack is a medium, as a attack the enemies in range plus for a while, guaranteed chance to inflict slip. So that's good. Skill 2 is what's that? Guaranteed, not guaranteed. Damage to all enemies within range. So just standard. And then lastly, we have. Excuse me. Lastly, we have high. Target 1. No. High chance to give slip and for a low time, chance to give counter. Or well, guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but higher counter chance. So. I don't know how good she'll be overall, but you shouldn't expect much from her attack wise. Oh, actually, weakness insight is probably the best gem to put on her to get her attack up. That is the best gem because you get percentage amount of attack boosts based on speed, based on wisdom. Sorry, so weakness insight would be really good for her, but outside of that, I don't know. Oh, and in terms of the website, I do know that some of the gem skills are off, and that is my fault, mainly because I forgot that, it's mainly because I chose to take the global translations and make them in JP instead of just using the JP translations. Which, if you think, okay, that doesn't make sense, it does because, let's see, what's a good example? Oh, attack hasten. So Global's definition of attack hasten is hasten attack abilities. However, JP's definition of that is essentially what? Attack techniques activation acceleration. So that's kind of what the proper Japanese like kanji, like that's what the Japanese version of the hasten attack gem says. It's a haste, not haste, but attack attack technique activation acceleration. So um I did make the mistake of actually putting hasten attack and translating that, but that was my fault. So I will be fixing the gems this this coming week, and I think that's about it. Global, you guys got Tag Charlotte. Oh my, you guys got Wedding Banner, so Wedding Charlotte, Wedding Mimosa, and I believe they have their buffs, so you guys can enjoy them. When it comes to the coming weeks of JP at the very least, um, yeah, I do. I think Sekure will be dropping soon, along with potentially Lumiere as the Phantom Fest for this month, or even Sekure for the Phantom Fest of this month. I don't know which order they'll do it in or what they'll do, but it'll be very interesting to see how they decide to make Sekure and potentially Damatio. But yeah. Um. Also, since they are on the kind of wave of making these old 6-star captains, well, especially the old 6-star captain 7-star, I do think there is a high chance that next week we could be getting Buffer Fuego only on 7-star. He probably wouldn't be worth much. Um, as well as we are still missing kind of a 7-star Rill, so I don't know how they'll do that. We're also missing a Orca captain, so we could potentially get Kaiser in the game. We could potentially get a Rill in the game. So the following weeks could be just Sekure plus Damatio, and then Rill plus Kaiser next week, or the week after, and then we have Phantom Fest, and that will be kind of whatever. Potentially Lumiere, since we will have, I guess, most or all the Captain 7-star. There is also still a chance that they'll just give us a reprint event, because I guess the closest memory I have to something dropping after the anniversary was actually the banner that had Zora. So Zora's banner with his event was, I think, a 2-week raid. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Um, Kind of somewhat close to like after the half anniversary. Henry and Gray dropped, and they were a 2-week raid, and then the raid boss was Zora, and then the week after that Zora dropped. So I think they might be the next thing. Kind of, if they do a reprint event, then it'll be Gray, Henry, and Zora kind of boosted as a 2-week raid. So it's not that bad. I'm kind of lightly playing, mainly because I've been playing 18 other games. Oh, look, reset. Okay, cool. But yeah, I've been playing about 18 other games, so I really haven't had a chance to play like PvP. I really don't know like how well I'm faring either in PvP, like rank wise. Okay, so I'm top 1,000, so I'll try to keep top 1,000 going forward. But yeah, I want Wizard King at least once. Looks like I have to wait about 2 more seasons. So yeah, I think that's about it for the JP side. Global, you guys really shouldn't expect much. I think you'll just get event banners next week, and then actually, yeah, I think next week will be an event banner. So just, well, event, a holiday banner. So um I don't know what it could be, but definitely a holiday banner. And then after that, so the week of the 15th, you guys could get EX Jack, and then after that will be the Dream Fest for Dorothy. So expect that. So I think right now it's somewhat safe to say that Global is going to stay behind. Is going to stay 2 months behind JP at least. So at least from the look of it, it looks, at least seems like that, because next month is Global's half anniversary, so you guys should get the same things that JP got. So just kind of fodder potentially for the first week. Second week, tag Spirit Dive plus Black Asta, and then the Phantom Fest will be, as you can see on the screen. Let me go back. Fuegoleon and Nozel were really good. So I think that's gonna wrap up this part of the video. I will be switching scenes to talk about the other games. So if you were only here for Black Clover, then I think you could just, you can pass. But I will be talking about the other things on the channel next. But I think for Black Clover, I don't know. I want to make a better upload schedule because I literally haven't been following it at all, but it is really hard for me right now. So Black Clover I think will be 2 uploads a week. I don't know when. I think Wednesday and Friday will be good. So Wednesday, potentially, if I can't think of anything, we just talk about the update. Friday, potentially showcases or let's talks or whatever have you. I'm kind of feeling for, but yeah. So Wednesday, Friday is estimating to be my kind of now uploads for Black Clover. So I think we're going to end with that, and we're going to move on to the next topic about the channel. So the next game, Cardfight Vanguard 0, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Okay, we are back with the Cardfight Vanguard 0 section. So sorry I didn't make a summoning video for the pack that released for what, Awakening of Twin Blades or whatever. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I've been farming a lot in this game, VP wise. I'm close to I really thought I had more VP than this. No, I'm really far from 1 million. I don't know why I thought I had a lot more than this, but yeah, I've been summoning a lot. For this game, this will be a kind of a once a week upload. But outside of that, I don't know what else to talk about. I guess as a date I'm posting this same day, but tomorrow will be Aichi's birthday. They will be giving out 10 packs. I have an extra pack here, so I'll just use it. The decks I have been using on rank though has just been Dragonic Overlord the end. So up to this point, okay, that's sad. I have saved quite a few packs for Dragonic Overlord. Well, not packs, but crafting materials. So I did end up crafting 3 the ends, and then I crafted my last Overlord like yesterday. So let me show you the decks that I kind of use. So the first 5 decks are the only ones in consideration. So we have a Tsukuyomi deck. This is kind of just an update for Vanguard as well. So Tsukuyomi deck. It's really hard to see, man. I'm looking at it from OBS. So we do have the 4 PGs, we do have the Oracle Guardian, we do have the 4 Tsukuyomis, we do have Red Eye. Sadly, we only have 1 Tom, but when tournament mode eventually comes to this game, we will get our 2 more copies of Tom, and then we'll be kind of optimal. We're running 4 Tsukuyomis. Well, 4 CEO Amaterasu. They're just the heal trigger. I did have 3, and then I managed to get this from farming ranked last season, so I'm happy about that. We have 3 Tsukuyomis, which, I wish we could have 1 more, but it's fine. We're running 1 Imperial Daughter just because we didn't have enough Evil Eye, but we do have 2 Evil Eyes now, so I might take the Imperial Daughter out. So that's the one deck I've been using. I've been having a lot of fun. It's all about memorizing a stack because the ability of Tsukuyomi is essentially, well, for those who don't know, the ride chain is just kind of, you look at the top 5 cards, you're able to ride a card with the specific name, then the rest of your cards go to the bottom of the deck. That is shared with the grade 1 and the grade 2, so you can essentially look at what the next few you can kind of, if you do math and kind of count cards, you will get essentially what your next few cards are supposed to be. So it's a really fun deck to play. It does kind of require some high IQ big brain plays, but it's really fun outside of that. Next up, we just have an Imperial Daughter deck. 9 crits, 4 heals. We have our card draw just so we don't run out of resources. Dark Cat. We can look at the top using Coco as well as Circle Magus. And essentially, because this is a Imperial Daughter deck, you will eventually get your soul up. So her main ability, Counterblast 1, put 1 of your rear guards into the soul, and this loses her strength. And her strength is essentially that this unit cannot attack. And the main kicker of this card is that if you have no rear guards, so this applies on your turn and your opponent's turn, if you have no rear guards, you get 10k power and +1 critical. So it is a very, very, very strong ability. if you're able to pull it off, as well as if you do manage to get your critical triggers as well, you can just burst down an enemy, and it makes matches fun and easy. So we have Overlord Blaze. This is our Kagero deck. It's still a work in progress. So we have our 4 PGs. We have our 1 Gojo, which is just card recycling. We have Bar, 8k boost. We have 2 Ermo, mainly used for his filtering so we can get VN faster. I just recently added 2 Heat Nail to this deck, just to see how it works, because there are matchups where you do wish you could take out a grade 1 just so you can take more cards out of your opponent's hand to just refill those resources. So I will be trying him. Sadly, we only have 1 Berserk Dragon. I really want 2 more. So best case scenario, I managed to pull them from the 10 packs we get tomorrow for Aichi's birthday. Otherwise, I'll just be crafting them over time. Yeah. How much Nahalem? We're running 4 Nahalems just because he's a good placeholder. One good thing about this game is that if you are missing some of these good double rare, like grade 2s, or grade 1s, you can replace them with the 10k cards because they work just fine. So we're running 2 Chain Heat Sutherland, mainly because we can take advantage of the retire from Heat Nail, so it will be nice. We're running 3 Tejas because attacking the back row will be very important for fighting MLB's the counter match, not the counter, but the mirror match. There we go. Their mirror match, you can take out the con row, which is essentially a big part. We're running 1 Bellicosity Dragon. Countercharge is always good in any deck most of the time, so again, I want 3 of him, potentially 4. We're only running 1 Striken just because we only pulled 1. Hopefully I can get a second one because I want to have him at least 2. So he can attack during the turn. He can't release his restraint, but when you ride a Vanguard, it gets 5k power and a crit. So you're able to swing damage that first grade 3 ride, which is really good. And lastly, we have 1 Burning Horn, which I really want to get to 3. So during your turn, if you have an Overlord Vanguard, it gets 3k. So ideally, the 4 Nahalems would be taken out, and 2 of them would be Berserk, and the other 2 would be Bellicosity. I'd most likely take out both of the Sutherlands for, 2 more Burning Horns, and then take out 1 Tejas for a Striken. And then that would essentially be my ideal grade 2 build. So, next up we have grade 3s. We're using, 4 Dragonic Overlord. I did get, 1 from the opening 200 packs kind of bonus thing, so the V-Metal shop, not the V-Metal shop, but the kind of shop that if you open it like 200 packs, you can get like this, or you get some alternate art for some of the other cards. So I did have to get that because I did not farm I did not farm ranked for the Dragonic Overlord season, which was honestly a mistake on my end. So we're using 4 Overlords because we desperately need them. We're using 2 Blockades. They're the heal trigger. Previously I had 4. Well, I do have 4. I was using 4. That's such nice art. I was using 4, but after I crafted the last Overlord, then I decided to switch up the amount. So we have 2 of him. We have 2 Dual Axe Archduke. So if your opponent has 2 or less, it gets 3k. It's a 13k attacker, really good. If you call it 8k booster behind him, it becomes 21k. Really nice. Our SP Waterfall. That looks nice. But he's just a one-of. I just put him in the deck just because I do have him, so it is nice. Eventually there might be a time where he does end up winning me a game or so, but until then. Then we have 3 Dragonic Overlords, the end. Dragonic Overlord, the end. So I'm really hoping that we manage to pull another one tomorrow. So I think I might upload a video for this tomorrow, which is a summon and then go into ranked and do like a 1 or 2 fights. But cross ride, so if you ride over Dragonic Overlord, or if you have Dragonic Overlord in your soul, it gets 2k power, so it's a 13k attacker, always. When the attack hits, Counterblast 2, Persona Blast, which is just take a copy of this card. Yeah, Persona Blast is just a copy of the card. It tells, oh my gosh. Scroll down, there we go. Yeah, discard a card with the same name as your Vanguard from your hand. You stand it, you draw 2 cards. And he does keep his Twin Drive, so that is really, really good. Next up, we have our incomplete MLB deck. Um, there's not really much I could say. I managed to get like I got these really fast. It was crazy stupid how I naturally got 2 Star Call, which I think I'll keep. Um, Knight of Loyalty, Belvedere. Like, I even got an SP version of him. It was crazy. I did disenchant the SP version just so I get materials, but it was crazy how fast I got all these double rares for this deck. It was insane. So all we really need is potentially 1 or 2 more Blaster Dark, sorry, and Galatine is just a placeholder for that. So that's nice. Sadly, we only have 2 Gancelots, so can't expect much for the whole Blaster Blade filter. We only have 1 Palandinemes, so you can't do much there either. We have 2 Garmors. I pulled these in the same 10 packs, and it was kind of crazy. And I honestly thought about crafting a 3rd one, but I held off, and then I crafted a 2nd Majesty Lord Blaster. So he's a really strong card. If you play 0, then you're probably going to end up running into this deck a lot, because it's probably the best deck in the game right now. Essentially, if you have Blaster Dark and Blaster Blade in your soul, it gets 2k forever. So as long as you don't soul charge them, and you really don't need to reride, so you can use other MOBs as just like Leanne fodder or, you know, discard fodder or whatever. And then your original critical will always be 2 with this deck. So any deck where you get natural critical is always like a really good deck because you can force PGs out really early. So this deck and Riser, in my opinion, are 2 really good decks. So, I'm also running this just as placeholders. So, eventually, if I do get another Palandinemes or Palandinemes, he'll get replaced. But he's just a good attacker overall. You know, plus 2k when attacking. And then finally, Shadow Paladin. I'm actually surprised with how much of the double rare stuff I got from Shadows. So, we naturally pulled all 4 perfect guards, so we didn't have to use a Sentinel Medal on them, which is really good. We have 3 Blaster Javelins, 1 is SP. When I eventually inevitably get the 2 regular ones, I will disenchant that one. Just so I have extra materials. This is good. This might stay in the deck. I'm going to take 1 out when we do get our last Javelin, just because. You don't really need 4 because you want to prioritize the Javelin. Then one Darkside Pegasus. I think it's a good tech card. During the Vanguard 0 JP Championships, I think one of the top 4 people did use Darkside Pegasus, and it did actually come in handy. So that helps with the rear guards that aren't able to hit over the 12k that MLB players will have, or 13k that cross rides will have. Grade 2s, we only have 2 Blaster Darks. I want to use 3 potentially, but I don't know. Because this deck requires like all the triple rares from the set, and then a good amount of double rares. So Cursed Lancer, you want like 3 of him at the very least because you do countercharge when he hits a Vanguard, and that is really clutch. I think I'll keep Maka at 2. Being able to call a grade 1 from the deck is really nice. It will help filter a bit. Masquerade, I probably will drop him down to 3. Yeah. I'll drop him down to 3 so I can run another Cursed Lancer. I don't know. This deck is kind of hard to build because of all the grade 2 options. But these 4 grade 2s, or potentially even, like, these 10Ks, if I do end up getting Black Skull Witch, then I will replace them with her. Because she's so good. Counterblast 1, discard 1 to draw 2 cards is so good for this game. Let's see. And this card is just in to be in. I'm not going to use her seriously. She, like, her and one of my Masquerades will become this kind of Cursed Lancers, in all honesty. So I guess the overall grade 2 lineup that I'd run would be 2 Blaster Darks, 3 Cursed Lancers. I'll keep the 2 Maka, 3 Masquerade, and then 3 Skull Witch. So Essentially, just replace one Masquerade and one of the Switch for Curse Lancers, and then you have Maka. So that's gonna be a really good lineup. We did manage to pull 2 Phantom Blaster Dragons, which is really nice. Once again, I really want to get my last at the end just so I could use the deck and then just save everything and summon for the Shadow Paladin raid up, which should be, I think, 2 weeks from now. I really think it's like end of this month, around the end of this month should be the Shadow Paladin raid up. So I think definitely next VP season I will save every pack for that specific banner, and it will be a good time for all. But once I do, this will get dropped down to 1 like most people have them. This is a really good card to keep as a heal, and then I won't run him anymore, so I'm kind of missing a lot, but not really that much in all honesty for this deck, so I'm excited. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'm just using these so I get the free card packs from their character fights. We have the White Day event going on. I probably will try my best to get the Ren skin and the Kai skin. Just so I can have it, the fight skin. So, again, you know, this. Happy birthday, Aichi. So, we will be getting 10 packs, as I said before, tomorrow. You know, June 6th to celebrate Aichi's birthday, which will be very nice. You get the title Happy Birthday Aichi, and then Birthday Cake Aichi, which I think might be a skin. I'm not sure if it's a fight skin. It might be, but... Then we have the White Day event. The only thing Man, I need to sneeze. The only thing I'm really going to go for are the fight skins, which are 5,000. Why does it scroll up automatically? So, main thing I'll get is the fight skins, the sleeves, and then if I can, the gacha tickets. So, that's my whole plan for that event. This is old. This is, yeah, them changing cards and then not changing Wingle, Brave, and Tejas. So, yeah, going to the shop, item exchange, and then we're going to look at V-Metals. It was V-Metals. So, we are 100 packs away from getting potentially another Phantom Blaster Dragon. I haven't completed all the Shadow Paladin character fights, but after I complete the hard and very hard, then I should be able to craft another should be able to craft a triple rare for Shadows, and I think I'll make that Phantom Blaster Overlord just so I have him. So that'll be very good. I'm only grade 34. I think they expanded it to 50. I could be wrong. We need to do normal level fights, and I can officially transition from this to this. So we're just going to use all of our stamina on this. We got 9, so that's good. By the end of the day today, I should be, 35 hopefully. Yeah, we're getting close to these 10 packs are going to help us out a lot. So I think that's it regarding Zero. I think. Yeah, I think that should be it. So, now we're going to move on to the last topic of the channel. For those who just watched Zero, and not Zero, but those who just watched the oh my god, I'm losing words. Those who just watched the those who just care about the Black Clover content and you just did decide to watch this, thank you. We're gonna move on to our last game. I'll catch you guys in one measly second. All right, so Zenonzard is oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I forgot to change the the image on the side. So Zenonzard is officially out. It came out, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago. The third or the fourth. The fourth, not the third. It came out the 3rd. It was slightly delayed because of iOS. So thanks iOS. Yeah, the game is officially up. For those who want to be friends, make one friend. Listen, I'm still new to this, oh, it shows it on the home screen. Okay, so I'll have my friend code in the description, but yeah. If you do decide to start this game, it gives you about like 50 or so packs right off the front, like right off the bat. And you'll just easily go to cards and then pack code. Then that's how you access them. There will be red dots showing you that you have tickets for these banners. And I guess I'll talk about each banner. So Revenant of the Sword is actually something that changed over on the, well, it changed on this side of the game. Originally, this game does do so on JP version, this was replaced with a Sword Art Online collaboration. So I don't think they managed to get the collaboration now. So now we end up with this Revenant of the Sword. The abilities for the cards are all the same, but yeah, the abilities for the cards are the same, but they just changed up the names of the characters and the card arts. So so once again, this was a Sword Art Online collab. I believe this would have been replaced with like an Asuna and Kirito photo. And this was just, yeah, so red for JP was just the first season of Sword Art Online. Yellow was kind of the Mother's Rosario arc. So this the legendary card here. Let's see if I can find it. C cards. That's better. It would have been better with me doing this than anything else. Okay, press it again. So I believe these two cards, so Solo and then Amelia, were both Asuna and Kirito. So that's actually really cool. Sadly, they did change it. So red was that. I forgot yellow. Oh, yellow was Mother's Rosario. So this card was actually Yuki. And it was actually, it was, like, the art looked very, very nice. So sadly, they didn't get the collab. I believe this was Alice. And this was Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, this Swordsman of the Frost. So they did somewhat keep kind of relevant so people would know. So, you know, this... I could be wrong. I think this was actually green. I think this was like Alfhelm Online. I don't think so. I don't remember. Then they have some other stuff that I kind of just honestly forgot what it was. But yeah, this pack only really supports three colors. Currently, JP is doing another collaboration with Battle Spirits. Yeah, Battle Spirits, and then that should kind of create another kind of quote-unquote divide for the JP version, well, global version. So that will probably be renamed, rebranded to something else. So then what wasn't in the beta was the Evolve set. So this brings along a new mechanic in the game called Evolve. Very simple. If you have a card on it's much better to read the description. So we'll go to blue because I mainly play blue. We have to go to related cards. That's on me. So basically, you get leveled cards each. Well, not each card, but some cards will give you some base minions will give you a leveled card. That level card will evolve as the game goes by as you fulfill the requirements. So the requirements to evolve this is to, while this is on the field, you can. And so while this is on the field and you summon a minion that belongs to the Merfolk class, so you know mermaids, merfolk, you know, it evolves to its level 2 form. And this first ability is when it attacks, you can choose an opponent's minion that's cost 5 or lower and move it into the base at rest state. So that's really good. His level 2 version has the same skill, but the legend cards just add on a skill. The rare monster cards, they don't have a first skill. The evolve skill is their first skill, and then they get 2 more skills. So these, I know I explained that all messed up. But once you evolve one, all of them evolve. So let's say I have, you know, 3 I can't pronounce that. Let's see, I have 3 Brunos in my hand, and I call one, and I manage to evolve one. That means the 2 other ones in my hand will also evolve, so they will become level 2. And then the one on the field will become level 2. So his added bonus is that they all keep their first ability, and then they just gain 2 more abilities. You know, one at level 2 and one at level 3. So whenever you use a magic card that's original cost is 3 or higher, this minion enters the active state. And this changes. So you can get nearly like infinite attacks, even though it's not infinite attacks. I think the most you can get is like 4 or 5. Granted the amount of mana in his level 2 state. So you can attack, use a level 3 card, Even if it doesn't have a target, you casting it still counts, and then he gets active again. I have won games where I've done that, and it was kind of crazy, like figuring out that he does chain. Then lastly, his level 3 form and his last ability is that for every minion that belongs to Merfolk, um, the Merfolk class on... So every card that's a Merfolk on my field, it's really hard to see for you guys, so sorry about that. So every card that belongs to Merfolk class, reduce the basic cost of all magic cards in hand by 1. So him in a Merfolk deck is actually really strong. Really, really strong. So I only have 2 of her, and I did craft them. I got some legendaries from other packs, but I just simply disenchanted them. And yeah. So, let's see. I'm going to go to decks. So I just have a blue test deck that I've been using this entire time that has been working wonders for me. How do I show deck? So this is the deck I've been using. Nothing really special. I thought I had 3 of him. Okay, I'll add another. But this is the deck I've been using. Nothing really special. It has Disruption. It has Merfolk. I have 2 Evolve cards here. So this is another Evolve card. I was supposed to press Related. So this one evolves when you call Seaworm class. So then Seaworms can't be blocked, and then draw a card whenever a minion deals a damage. That's really good. So I think I will end the video off here. Leave you guys be, because we've been on this, far too long. We're almost at 1,000. So I've been having so much fun with this game. I really want other people to enjoy it as well. There's ranked. I fought the daily AI and lost. So also, one thing about ranked, every 10 matches you play in ranked count towards ranked. So it's a really balanced system, in all honesty. Just make sure you win your 10 matches, and then you go up ranks. So I really have to do that. There's point rewards. You get silver and gold. That's card packs. That's 2 card packs. That's 2 more. You get titles. You get sleeves. So I'm really excited to play more of this. So I think that'll wrap up today's video. Today's long, grueling, treacherous update video. And I'll catch you guys Tuesday. Yeah, I'll catch you guys Tuesday. See you.